Tears of the Kingdom is in its final digits until its launch on May 12th. It's almost here, guys, and with the leaks and spoilers, we just have to wait a little bit longer without looking at them to experience this for our own. I will not be talking about any leaks or spoilers on this channel at all because everybody deserves to go into Tears of the Kingdom with their own experience and fresh new video game that everybody has been waiting 6 years for. So, before Tears of the Kingdom does come out, I just want to talk about how big this game really is, because Tears of the Kingdom, it's massive. The trailers we received from Nintendo for Tears of the Kingdom have been great. The final trailer was one of the best trailers we have ever received from Nintendo or any video game at all. It showed us a lot more about the story and about the gameplay. But this game really is huge. It's way bigger than we think it is. I don't even think there should be a concern for how big the world is because it is massive. We know that there's a new edition of the sky, but not only that, we have the underground and Hyrule has changed. From what the trailer shows, the underground looks like it's going to probably be the biggest part of this game. The amount of space you see in the underground is crazy. From the trailer of Link, it seems to be him running to a dungeon maybe. There's a big building in the back. This looks massive. If this is underground, I can't even imagine how big it is. Because this game, it has so much to offer. The sky, it's also massive. It's everything just above Hyrule. It's the world above another world. There's 3 worlds above one another. It's crazy that this game is this big. And all the new features just add to it. You can do so much in this game than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild had a lot to it. But when we look at Tears of the Kingdom, this game has so much more to offer from that game. Breath of the Wild was a phenomenal game. But when you 100% of the game, it felt like there was nothing left to do because of only having one layer, which was Hyrule and the Great Plateau. But when we look at Tears of the Kingdom, it has the sky, the ground, and the underground, which gives you so much more freedom to do whatever you want. Tears of the Kingdom has brand new abilities, and these abilities let you do whatever you want in such a massive world filled with the skies and the underground. Breath of the Wild only had one layer to it. We only had the surface. So when we look at what Tears of the Kingdom has to offer, there's just so much more that we have in this game compared to Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, once you 100%ed it, it was like there was nothing left to do. And the world was explored pretty fast. I mean, we're still finding new things, but it's already been fully discovered at this point. Tears of the Kingdom, considering how big it is with these new layers, I can't even imagine how long it's going to take to discover the entire world fully. It's going to take forever. I don't think we're gonna know what the entire world looks like in the next 6 months. It can take a year to even explore this big of a world because this world has the underground, which is probably going to be the biggest part of this game. Undergrounds normally are pretty massive. But we also have the skies, which is very important in this game. It changes everything about this open world experience. Not just the surface, but the sky is really big in this game. We know we start in the sky. We know that's where Link starts his adventure. Probably happens after the beginning of the game. And it's just so big. The tutorial island itself looks massive. And that's just the tutorial island. From what we saw in Eiji Aonuma's demonstration, that thing is huge. But when we look at what we actually have in Tears of the Kingdom that is there to offer with the new abilities, with how big the world is, we don't know much yet. But we do know this game is going to be massive. And it's going to be filled with a lot of things. Those new Zonai parts we see, Link riding on a wagon, he built with the Ultra Hand using Zonai parts. It's just there's so much to do. It's crazy. There's no end. I can't fathom how long it's going to take to fully uncover and discover the entirety of Tears of the Kingdom. It's going to take forever. If Tears of the Kingdom is so much bigger than Breath of the Wild with the sky, the surface, and the underground, I really can't imagine how long it's going to take to discover everything. Because Breath of the Wild, it's 6 years already, and we're still finding new things. It's crazy to believe, because Breath of the Wild is the first Legend of Zelda game that is open world, and people are still finding new things to this day. That's why I don't even have a number. I don't even have an estimate for how long Tears of the Kingdom is going to take to either 100% finish the story and finish everything and find out everything about this game, because it's just so much bigger. People don't realize how much bigger Tears of the Kingdom is from Breath of the Wild. It changes everything. People say it's a $70 DLC. People say it's just an add-on. It really isn't. It's so much bigger with so many new abilities, items, everything. This whole game has been changed. This game is completely different from its predecessor. It has so much more than Breath of the Wild, and it's just going to be a bigger, better game. It's unreal that people still find it as a $70 DLC when you have new layers. You can't add a new layer and call it a $70 DLC. The sky is very big. There's no way that's a DLC. I don't think I'd seen any game that's added a new layer that big and added it as a DLC, because this is the sequel to Breath of the Wild, not a DLC to Breath of the Wild. We already got the DLC for Breath of the Wild. Now we're going to the sequel, and the sequel is nothing like Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom is going to be massive. Sadly, with these leaks, a lot of people are putting them out, and we can't really do anything about it. All we have to do is avoid them until May 12th, which is only 9 days away. We are in single digits until Tears of the Kingdom launches, and we just have to avoid every spoiler possible. And if we do that, we're going to go into this game completely blind, and it's just going to be the best experience. Maybe it will top Breath of the Wild with first getting out of the Shrine of Resurrection, and you just see the beautiful view with the title pop up. That was probably one of the best feelings I've ever had playing a video game, because it just felt so surreal. Tears of the Kingdom, without any leaks, without knowing any spoilers, we know that this game is going to be bigger, better than what Breath of the Wild was. We don't need to know anything. People are honestly just looking at leaks to just confirm things for their own sake. And some people are really spoiling the game for themselves, but that's their choice. We can't do anything about it. We can't stop them. We can't stop these leaks. And it truly is an unfortunate time, especially 10 days before the game. Nintendo tried so hard to keep this a secret, and sadly people are here to affect this big experience and just this hype. I don't want to end hype with a bunch of leaks flying around the internet. I want to end hype with saying goodbye to Breath of the Wild and saying hello to a new and improved Tears of the Kingdom. We don't want to go to the end and the launch day of Tears of the Kingdom. Spoilers everywhere. There's going to be spoilers across the internet if they are not taken down by the time Tears of the Kingdom does come out. But I have not seen anything, really. There's not much I've seen. So I'm glad I'm not going to look at anything. You guys shouldn't look at anything either, because it's really an unfortunate case if you do look at spoilers and you're not as surprised as you would have been going into it blind. This game is something you can't miss. It's something you want to experience firsthand. You don't want to just see stuff. Yeah, we've seen gameplay, we've seen all this stuff, but what we've received from the trailers is enough to tell us that this game is going to be bigger, better, with a better story, better gameplay, and Tears of the Kingdom is just going to be massive. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys are excited for Tears of the Kingdom and you're holding yourself away from those annoying spoilers or annoying leakers that just want to spoil the game for everybody, let me know. Let me know if you're going to stay away from them. Let me know if you're going to look at them. And if you do look at them, please don't share anything in the comments below. Everybody should be respected with their own feeling for this game. Some people want to see the game for themselves, and some people just want to see the game already, and they can't wait, so they spoil the game for themselves. But with all of that, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Link! You must find me.